But that does prove you do have... No.
That's right!
Then I'd suggest starting with Aruv.
It's always better...
Before us lie...
Whoa.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Haytham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust. You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again.
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong! Is this a sandstorm?
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here!
Someone's calling for us! Oh,
That sounded like can't. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all.
All right.
That's funny.
well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for help.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear? So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Alhaitham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Cyno seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scared. Well, Cyno, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham? Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
Alhaitham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information. Namely, that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ainul Ahmar mercenary.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that, Sam?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. Fighting in a sandstorm is not...
Yeah,
No, we
just leave
fighting
them
a
to Candace.
sandstorm.
Don't worry.
We thieves in the night.
The winds died down. Candace still isn't back.
When you put it that way.
Yes. They just keep coming in waves.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Good show.
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Shiver! Covenants of the Deep! Hold the line!
Gather. I will have order.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Here! Worthless! Here! Prepare to die! Fool! Here! Worthless! Boring! Rise! Order guide you!
The creature stopped appearing!
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hand... I am the chief of Aruv.
Sir, I am...
I can't besides, Sam.
So, Ermin's
Everything in the
Everyone in our,
village keeper?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Most of them are scholars. The academia believes that they're...
Alas, but no one in the...
I've had encounters with those people.
The mantra.
Mock me if you will. But if you are guilty...
Oh, you're the former...
Is it because you're reminded of... But, is it really...
I'll be grateful. Let's start by finding...
Allow me!
Boring!
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing this. Do you still have any questions for me? One of my former subordinates, the academia, one mad scholar, initially,
Yeah?
Aru village was struck suddenly,
Oh, yeah.
despite the powerful after that.
The soft green light? Paimon thinks so too!
In theory,
Oh, no wonder!
if you are able to... So, what do you... Really?
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the Mad Scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru? The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many...
Good! Then
That look in your... How can this to think?
Alright, now it's our turn to put, but easier said than done.
Excuse me, are you...
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is...
Is your grandpa...
Hey, don't...
The person you're
Grandpa is... I heard everything you...
Ah, I was
Whoa.
Sorry, I was...
All right.
Useless. Huh.
Sino is...
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to...
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You...
Yes. Isak's parents, unfortunately, later. However, one summer night, so Grandpa, the next morning, it said that the Isak was thrilled.
All this summer...
Perhaps. It's also
Maybe the people...
Huh?
No, nothing.
Perhaps you are...
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you!
We've cleared everything...
Really? Yeah!
All right.
What was that? Nah, gang is swing. What is that?
Excuse me?
You mean the village? When I was eating dip...
Okay.
Anything...
The scholars that... Don't change the...
Right, but honestly,
Do you also...
Grandpa, it still feels... Well, what a...
Gotcha!
Worthless!
Sir?
Oh, the last time I...
Oh, think... Yeah.
I've known you since...
Wow, what?
Okay.
Huh? Don't say any... Let's head over there.
We got them ears right. We got them good ears right.
Listen.
Have you heard? Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true... Still. Haven't you noticed? Delavar was saying that many people... Isn't it a sign? Huh. Exactly.
Now, repeat everything you've just said.
Huh?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah. Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One
Change
wrong
his character
he's
real
gonna
quickly.
flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about...
Well, I only know... Hey, it's true. Would you want to live like Delavar also...
Is that...
Seems...
Please.
The people here really like King...
Where is...
I haven't run into...
No, not...
Sounds like you're not...
No.
I have many... So you'd best don't do anything.
Yes.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty... He didn't try to reassure us at all.
I heard.
Sorry.
It's part of being a mach. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. Very well.
I'm...
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take it.
I can take you there. Follow me. I like this kid. Better than the other kid.
Embrace a wonderful new life.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Okay, kid. That one where I have grandpa. I do have grandpa.
This is where grandpa usually...
There sure
Yes.
isn't much here.
Shadow.
No.
Incense? But are you okay?
There's a scent that you can
A certain
So,
Huh?
yes.
Wait.
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest.
Yeah, that's awesome. But I saw it come, bro. Like, come on.
What are you looking for?
Here it is. Take a look right here. Although the trip in the size and shape, the scent is quite faint.
But who would come...
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away.
Huh? So you can... Hey! What's...
Exactly. Even deep within the clutch.
No.
So, someone's taking advantage... Are the rumors really true? Could the disappear...
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa.
Sounds like we'd better...
Let's head to our...
Right.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to...
Ah, welcome back.
Oh, dear!
You bet.
Reasonable.
We haven't seen him at...
Huh.
Did you find out anything? I see.
Thank you, charge my phone.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of, not to mention it seems somewhat...
Makes sense.
If it was any other... Didn't you say that the villager...
Paimon remembers...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the Scar Riddle... These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection... Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change...
Tia! You're amazing!
No
Let's head out.
Now hold on. Aru Village is not a big place. Outside the desert is compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no action. I need to go... Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Re...
All right, sounds like a plan. Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazing.
I know what you mean. I had the same... Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall... It was only after I grew up that I realized. The wall... Sumeru is run... We're cheap labor. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. Geniuses like... I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Tia.
No, besides...
Yep, we got... Shh!
Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful. Our mission started the moment we arrived. Let's go check out the tavern. Just our luck.
You mean, you don't—
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello!
Anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you seen—
Of course I have.
I've got a—
Ah.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep—
Yes. How can...
Are we there yet?
Yes.
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on.